16 or 20 ounce Diet Coke bottle. But usually what I end up doing is buying the 6-pack on sale at Harris Teeter. So I drink a whole 6-pack of Diet Coke.
Welcome to the Big Dane podcast. I'm your host, Dana Trimborn, and in this podcast, find the connection in the weird experiences that we all share. Listen to new episodes on Tuesdays wherever you get your podcasts. Hey friends, in this week's episode, I'm chatting with Laura Schwenk about her weird things that she does in her daily routine. Learn what she packs in the morning and brings to work with her each day. Welcome, Laura!
Hi!
I'm so excited to have you on. This is so wonderful.
I'm so excited you asked me to be on. I feel like I'm made it in life. I'm on Dana's podcast.
No, of course. I'm happy to have you. And FYI for the listeners, this is my doubles partner from college, a good old friend. And she's been supportive as, when I even started the podcast. So it's nice to have you actually on now. This is so cool.
Yeah. So. I always got my doubles partners back.
Love it. All right. Well, before we kind of, dive into everything, why don't you just tell the listeners a little bit about yourself so they can get to know you a bit more?
All right. I am Laura Schwenk. I am coming to you from Charlotte, North Carolina. I don't know if we have any Charlotteans. I guess that's what we're called down here. I've kind of lived all over. I was born in Chicago, grew up in Iowa, went to college in Rhode Island. That's where Dana and I met. And then I went to Virginia for a hot month. And then I'm like, that's not for me. I moved to Charlotte because it was a bigger city. I love to travel. Right now I'm working for the school district, and that's about it. I'm just always on the road if I'm not in the classroom.
Oh my gosh. Friends, this girl, she is just always on the next vacation. She's always beating me. I was like, how are you already here? Wait, I'm still not doing anything and you're on your next vacation.
I just got back from Washington State on Sunday. Yeah, you remember Ansley? She got married. I'm hitting all these weddings.
Oh, nice.
So I went to Ansley's wedding, and then I'm traveling again in 2 weeks for technically the reason why we're going is another wedding. Everyone's getting married now, and that one's in Germany. So just hitting off all over the world.
Yeah. Another destination technically, but
technically
destination.
Well, technically the wedding isn't destination, but us traveling makes it destination. Okay. It's the person's a German citizen. Yeah. So it's we're the only Americans there, and the ceremony's going to be in German. So I don't know what's going to go on, but I just know when they kiss, they're married. So
awesome. Well, that'll be so much fun. You'll have to tell me how that is. Let's just do a couple of fun, interesting questions for you just to get to know you a bit better.
Alrighty.
How about, what was the worst purchase you've ever made? I feel like you have something good here.
Shoot. Okay. I'm trying to think of it. All of my bad purchases are not major, expensive purchases. So I'm priding myself on that.
Okay.
Have you ever, so sometimes I buy stuff on Poshmark because it's cheaper and stuff, but then you get it and you're like, Mm-hmm. So usually naturally what you'll do is just resell it, make your money back. I get lazy a lot of times and I just keep it or donate it because I don't want to go through the effort of reselling it. So I would say a lot of times any purchases I make on Poshmark that I do not like or does not fit is a bad purchase.
I get that. I feel like I've done a lot of bad purchases lately and I keep getting let down and then I have to return it to Amazon.
Yeah, and like at least with Amazon, it's like you can run to Kohl's, which that Amazon did at Kohl's great, because now I go into Kohl's and I'm like, oh, I want that. I have Kohl's cash. Let me get it.
Right.
And it's like, that was smart of them.
Yeah, I forgot they did Kohl's, because there's not one like too close to where I live, but probably like 20 minutes or so. But I do like going in there.
Yeah, so what with us, so we have like 2 UPS stores that we can go to and return them, and they close about. But if we're doing anything after 6, that's when we go to Kohl's, and that's when they get me.
Nice.
I'm like Kohl's. I'm Amazon's primo customer, because they get me with the Kohl's.
Nailed it. That's great. All right. Well, why don't we just dive right into your daily routine, the things that you do when you wake up, to the end of the day. Like, what are some of those like unique and weird and quirky things that you do, Laura?
Alrighty. So usually, okay, I'm going to kind of backtrack it to the night before.
Okay.
All right. So I don't know if maybe I'm just this weird person, but I have to shower at night. I don't know if there's people who have to shower in the morning or have to shower at night. I am a night showerer. If I do not shower before I go to bed, I am screwed.
Oh. So
yeah.
So if you, I guess, like, is it more of like feeling like clean, that because you're getting into like clean sheets almost, and you don't want to like dirty,
I think I think it's a mixture of that, because like I work in a school and kids are gross and germy and just disgusting, and when you come home you just feel gross, I guess. But the other thing is, I don't know what schools like start time and stuff is up north really, since I've only been down south for everything. But usually when I was teaching high school, school would start at 7:15, so I would have to roll out of bed at 5:30 in the morning.
Oh, wow.
And it was, when I mean roll out of bed, it was literally rolling out of bed, and it's not even I might put on mascara today, depending on if I have time,
right? Because
if I was getting a few times I actually got up at like 6, like, crap, I need to be working 5 minutes. I'm a 20-minute drive away. So it's like, it was more of a necessity in order to make it to work on time.
Got it.
And I think I just kept that in my routine. Now I'm middle school, so we don't start till like 9:15.
Oh, okay.
But I'm an hour drive away. So I'm waking up at like 6:30, and I'm still not fully awake. So I guess it starts with, I have to have my shower, go to bed.
Right.
I wake up. I'm sure other people can relate to this quirk too, is I have 6 alarms going off at once.
Like literally 6 alarms, Laura.
Not really at once, but I have like a 6 o'clock, a 6:15, a 6:33, a 6:35, a 6:40, a 6:45.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's all of different like noises. Because
I like that.
So because if I hear the last one, I think it might be some Lindsey Sterling song or Pirates of the Caribbean.
Okay.
And that's holy crap, I almost said a bad word. I don't think I'm allowed to.
You can curse on here.
Okay. So it's like, holy shit, like I need to get out of bed because Pirates of the Caribbean just came on. I have no idea how Vinny. Yeah, I have no idea how Vinny like doesn't want to punch me in the face, but like he says he can't hear my alarms because he's learned just to sleep over mine because it's not his. Yeah.
Wait, so how, like, is it coming out of your phone to go off, or like where is it? Okay.
It's coming off my phone, and why I have 6 is I can just go snooze.
Next one. Yeah. Snooze. Next one.
Yeah.
Oh shit, it's like Pirates.
and so then with that, having 6 throughout like the 6 to 6:45 thing, once you hit snooze, I think it's like maybe 7 to 10 minutes.
I think you're right. Yeah.
Then like the first one comes back on. So then the second one's going off with the first one going off. And then by the end of it, if I'm really sleeping in, I think it's like one every like 2 minutes that's going off.
Oh, wow.
And then I hear Pirates of the Caribbean and I'm like, shit, I gotta go. And then hopefully if I'm really late, I splash my face with water because I'm trying to move faster. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, depending on if I really want to go to work.
I'm dying. I'm dying.
Yeah. So it kind of is like, I get there at least.
Yeah.
Up to work.
I think that's a very interesting way to wake up, because I don't think I would have thought of setting different alarms with different, like a different tone, like a different sound.
Yeah.
You know? But I think that's smart, because like you kind of know like now where that is in the process of like, am I 5 minutes late, or am I going to be 10 minutes late, you know, or whatever it is. So, does anyone else do this?
Yeah, I'm curious if anyone else does that. And I think the reason why I started doing the different tones was if I didn't do heavy sleeper, and I don't think if I get used to a sound, I don't know, since sometimes when you listen to music and you're on a plane, you can fall asleep.
Right.
Like maybe it was like my first or second year living down here, I was super late to work, in the sense of work started about an hour before and I had to sneak into work because I was 90 minutes late, but I just didn't hear my alarm go
Sneak
off.
in through the side door, no worries.
And that was the day, and no one at work realized that. So I had like a tote bag I would carry all my work stuff in, and I'm like, I can't carry my tote bag in. They'll realize I'm coming in 90 minutes late. I'm not telling admin I'm 90 minutes late because I overslept. So I threw on a backpack and the security guard, and I just said I was like up at the academy or something.
Yeah.
So another area of campus, I knew they wouldn't check on me. But I changed to a backpack. And then everyone thought I was a kid for like a little bit. And then even on the camera, they thought it was a kid, because the camera person would always say so-and-so was coming in, and security would come in, and they're like, no, it's fine. So,
oh my gosh.
But yeah, that's how it initially started.
Wow. I love that. Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I'm definitely with you there with taking the shower like the night before. I don't know. I've always done that. Like, I think my entire life, unless I know, maybe I would say the only other like time that I would shower in the morning, like if I have somewhere like an event or like, I don't know, where like I couldn't shower, I don't know, something like bizarre or that I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna have to get clean, so I'm not gonna be able to get clean later. So I'm gonna like something like that.
I also somewhat now kind of wonder, one, is it a generation thing because my parents both shower in the morning, or two, if it's a gender thing because Vinny showers in the morning every morning before work.
Matt does too. So, he's the morning person. I'm not, and I think that's also why I can't shower in the morning, because I don't want to stand like in the shower half asleep.
Well, that's interesting because I'm out of Vinny and I'm the morning person. Like on the weekends, I'm up by like 8 doing stuff, going working out, all of that. But then Vinny, he struggles getting up for work because he usually sleeps in till like 2 on the weekends, which actually kind of drives me nuts because it's like, let's go out and do stuff.
Yeah.
Like, it's nice outside.
Yeah.
But I think he does it to wake himself up.
Okay.
But
that makes sense. Yeah.
It's interesting. Yeah. So I wonder if somehow gender and generation both play a part of that routine.
Yeah. I guess I'll say real quick. I remember like my parents, like growing up, they would always shower in the morning, but I think it was kind of like a getting ready for work routine that they just did that. Like, I don't remember them ever showering at night unless like they were ill or something.
Yeah,
you know?
Same with my parents.
But,
like I've never showered in the morning, and they always showered in the morning, and I've just always showered at night. So I wonder if that generation told us to shower at night so they had hot water.
Oh, we just solved the puzzle piece.
We did.
Crack the code. All right, well, enough about showering. Okay, let's take a quick break. For a limited time only, you'll have free access to my coffee page. No, not actual coffee. This is a place for all exclusive content that won't be on my Instagram or Facebook accounts. Check out sneak peeks, behind the scenes, extra audio clips, and much more. Just have a tap on my link tree, look out for that coffee cup icon, and boom, you'll be on your way. So what else, as you go about your day, or maybe it's when you come home from work? Yeah.
So after I get up, I obviously wash my face because I've already showered, do my makeup and everything. But once I'm so I always want to make sure I look good for work and look professional. Yeah. And everyone I like it when people and even students oh my gosh, you look so cute today, in the sense of style and stuff. So I always like to maintain that level of style, I guess. But my issue is, and this also then goes on the issue of my time management in the morning, because I don't have the best time management in the morning, is I then can't decide what to wear. All right. So I'm putting on one outfit. I'm I don't feel like that today. Yeah. I'm going to be too hot, because right now in at least North Carolina, maybe about a month to a month and a half ago, it could be maybe 40s going to work, and then be 95 during the day, and then at night be back to 40. So it's no, I don't want to wear that. So I usually have about maybe 3 to 4 outfit changes, maybe not that many as now, because I started laying out my clothes at night, and of having a 2-week selection of clothes. What do I want to wear?
2 weeks.
It's too many. Well, it's too many to pick from, because I'm still doing it. I need to narrow it down too much. Narrow it down more. And so I'm just picking and going. Today it was really good. I grabbed one thing and it was out of the door. So it's I somewhat knew. And it kind of worked, because I had to test all day in a cold room. And I hate testing, because I don't mind it, because no one bothers you, because you can't. But you're always cold because there's no students in the room. So it's I had one outfit today. I made an improvement, but I wasn't late. I was later than I wanted to leave the house.
Okay,
but
that's fair.
I always to have outfit changes, and then it's oh, I don't like this on my makeup, so let me fix that really quick. So I don't want to say I'm superficial or superficial in my dressing, but I always make sure I want to look good at work.
You want to be presentable. You want to
presentable.
Yeah.
There was one day, it was funny, my boss, I don't know, it was kind of a stressful week, and I was just ready for the weekend, and I'm not feeling this at all. So I wore jeans, and my boss was Schwenk, you're in jeans. I'm yeah, I'm in it today. And she's I've never seen you in jeans. I'm I know.
Oh my gosh, that's great. I mean, I'm trying to think back. I mean, aside from our tennis outfits and uniforms, I always remember you being very stylish, but now I'm trying to picture you in jeans and I can't. I don't remember you wearing jeans.
Yeah, so it's always black pants, or just some sort of skirt or something.
Yeah.
Dresses. So dresses and stuff.
Yeah.
I found these really cute wide leg pants on Amazon. They're my new go-to. They're $35, 16 different colors. Best thing ever.
Oh my gosh, we'll put it in the show notes.
We will.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and they're just so comfy and flowy, and it's I love it. So it's something looking nice without while looking professional.
Yeah, and being comfortable.
Comfy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, comfy is the whole thing.
So many things you gotta hit. Yeah, I get that. I mean,
COVID made professional work comfortable, I feel that's something we got out of COVID.
Yeah, well, I remember some kind of pant that was supposed to be, now I'm only going off what they have said online, or how they've advertised it, but it was a yoga pant, but it looked like a work pant.
Yes. So Target just came out with some of those, and then I think I always screw up this company's name, Athletica, whatever, and then Lululemon also came out with some.
Okay.
Yeah, but it literally, those gray pants with the black and checkers stuff.
Yeah.
They literally put that pattern on gray sweatpants and they call it a work pant now, which is awesome.
It kind of reminds me like 10 years ago when like jeggings came in. Like that's what these are like work jeggings.
Yes. Professional millennial work jeggings.
Yeah. But no, I will say, like, when I used to go into an office, like, I do remember, like, you know what? I do want to look nice. Like, I want to look professional. I mean, being in, you know, at the time, I was still in media planning and healthcare, and, like, it was a very casual environment, too. So I didn't have to get real dressed, but I wanted to look nice. So I would wear, you know, like, a nicer pant, but, like, a casual pant that I could also wear out at night, you know? So that I feel like I liked doing, and now, like, because I'm at home, like, I'm, like, trying to actually wear my clothes because, you get, you know, stuck just wearing, at least I do, like, athletic clothes. I'm like, okay, well, I'm not going to work out today, so, like, you know, I wore this shirt and jean shorts.
For the hot second that I did work from home, I got stuck in wearing the same 3 shirts and just rotating them through, and then just wearing leggings because the kids can't see my bottom. I threw a different sweater on top.
Yeah.
And I will say COVID got me in a routine that I wouldn't say was bad for me, but it wasn't a good, healthy routine for me. So since going back to the office and stuff, I got back into a normal routine and back to a healthier lifestyle.
Nicer again, or like full body, not just, you know, the chest up.
And then on top of it, with me at least, during COVID, I didn't, like, when the gyms closed, I didn't work out anymore, which was like, with us having both of the college background with tennis, like, we're just constantly working out and used to that. So when that stopped, it kind of put a hindrance in my like routines and stuff, and kind of played I wouldn't say a bad and definitely not a positive impact for my lifestyle. Right. So
yeah, I think everyone's routine got screwed up during COVID.
Oh gosh, yeah. And like I'm in interviews and stuff right now, and they're like, "Do you mind going to the office?" And people keep asking me this question as if it's a negative thing, but it's like, I need to go to the office in order to have balance in my life.
Yeah.
So,
and I think that's good that you know that too, because I think some people don't always know that until, like, what we had to go through to, like, realize, like, I actually do need to see people today. Or, like, some people, like myself, I'm like, it's okay, I don't need to see you. I'm good. I'm doing fine.
I don't need people in my life. I'm good with my cat.
Yeah, I will say I was getting a little stir crazy. Yeah, like, I need to leave the house, so I have to, like, in my routine now, I have to, like, force myself to get out of the house, like, during the day. And, like, now I'm able to do that because, you know, knock on wood, the work-life balance has been better. I mean, routine, guys, routine.
Yes. I feel like if you don't have the routines in your life, at least I feel off balance.
Yes.
So it's like, once I have the routines, like, established, I feel at least healthier mental self, because if that's off balance mentally, I'm just not feeling 100% myself.
Agreed.
And it's like, and even, like, I have my routines of, like, trying on 4 different outfits to figure out what one I look best in, and fixing up and having my shower at night. And then my other thing that I will say I do, like, avidly is, so you remember this, like, shocked when I started drinking soda at 8 a.m. before tennis practice, like the first week together. I'm
like, that's not water. That's not water.
Yeah. It's like, shouldn't you be drinking water? We're going to play in, like, 90-degree heat, Laura.
It's very hot today.
Yeah. So the other thing is, as soon as I walk down, I have to get my stuff organized. So we got a dog over COVID. So I usually let the dog out.
Okay.
I'll have her do her business before we leave, because Vinny leaves about, well, if he goes into the office, some days he's not consistent at going in right now. He leaves about an hour after me. So then I come downstairs. I have this, like, canvas bag where it's not necessarily my work stuff, because my work stuff's in my backpack, but it's like maybe 8 water bottles, of water, obviously. I guess I had to define that. Yeah, it is water, I promise. But then the other thing is, and I have students get on me this like nonstop in the sense of how bad it is for my health, and they've sent me CNN 10 articles about how this will kill me. Diet Coke. I have to have my Diet Coke in the morning.
And
so with this Diet Coke,
how many
this is where I'm going. So first of all, I with my Diet Cokes, it cannot be in the can. It cannot be a fountain drink Diet Coke. It has to be either a 16 or 20 ounce Diet Coke bottle. But usually what I end up doing is buying the 6-pack on sale at Harris Teeter. So I drink a whole 6-pack of Diet Coke each day. And I usually then have to have one of them in the car while I drive for an hour, and then I drink 5 at school.
Oh my
and then and then I do usually have myself a stopping point around 2 o'clock.
Okay.
Because I realized if I drink later on, I will be up till like 11 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
And then falling asleep is hard, and then getting up is hard. So I usually stop at 2.
Okay.
Drink all of it, get my energy, make it through the day. But I have to have my 6-pack of Diet Coke.
Oh
and it's funny because yesterday, so Vinny got on me. So I maybe it's habit if you're a girl, and maybe it's just me. Sometimes I do nag Vinny, and Vinny went off on me like, why are you nagging me? You told me to do, like, I already know I have to do this. And I said, well, have you done it? And he's like, no. And he's like, that's why I'm nagging you. This was Tuesday night. I was up in bed, and I call him from the bedroom, and I'm like, hey, Vinny, I forgot to bring my Diet Coke in from the car. Do you mind going to my trunk, grabbing my Diet Coke and putting it in the fridge, because I cannot drink a warm Diet Coke? So he's like, oh, yeah, hon, I got you. All right, hang up. So then I'm thinking he went and got my Diet Coke. I didn't hear the door open. Yay, I'm ready for the day. So yesterday I walked down the stairs, and I'm walking down, getting my bag, going to the kitchen, getting everything prepared, open the fridge. It's a 6-pack of Mountain Dew for him, not my 6-pack of Diet Coke.
Oh, no.
So then I'm thinking I have no Diet Coke, and I hate doing this because it costs more.
Right.
But whenever I'm in like I have to have my Diet Coke, I stop at a gas station and usually then buy 4 24-ounce bottles of Diet Coke to last me through the day. And I then vented to the gas station clerk because if I stop, he knows me. And I send Vinny a text basically saying, remember yesterday how you complained about me nagging? And like the follow through is quite low, so I will continue to nag until the follow through gets up. I do not have my Diet Coke this morning, so just letting you know nagging will continue. And he's like, oh shit, I'm so sorry. And I'm like, just remember, my Diet Coke, I need it.
Oh my God. I've been laughing here silently this entire time. Because I can somewhat relate on some of those things about trying to remind your,
oh my gosh,
person that
yes.
you live with.
and then, yeah, hopefully you can relate to that one too.
Yes. Wait, so and then I know we might have not have said it, but Vinny, we keep mentioning his name. This is Laura's fiance. So
yes,
this is not like a neighbor. This is not like a random person living in her house, right?
This is my fiance. So this is why he gets to nagging until that follow through comes up, especially with the Diet Coke.
So let me ask you this, because now as far back as I can remember, which is over 10 years ago.
Dude, that's
Isn't that insane?
08. Hold on, holy crap, that is more, so 2012 to, we're on, I suck at math and I teach math. So hold on, so we're in 2022, 2012 was 10 years, and then we had 4 years before that. We're at 14 years, Dana,
wow.
Look at us, we're in middle school, we're a middle school child.
Right?
We're going to high school next year.
Yeah. I know, it's crazy to think how long, yeah.
Wow.
So I remember, then that's when I experienced you drinking all this Diet Coke. And yeah, every now and then I would have a Diet Coke. Am I right? So, But what about before that? Like, do you remember a time where it like all of a sudden, like, you know what? You woke up today, I'm craving a Diet Coke. And then it just like started from there.
It was elementary school. I don't remember my first taste of Diet Coke. This sounds like drinking beer for the first time.
Yeah,
I don't remember my first taste of Diet Coke or anything, but I do remember in elementary school. So my parents, back in elementary and high school, I would drink cans of Diet Coke. I don't know when my taste of Diet Coke became so snobbish of I have to have a bottle, but we had cans of Diet Coke in our house.
Okay.
I drink cans in high school. And in elementary school. So my parents would buy a 12-pack of cans of Diet Coke, and we would leave it in the garage. And my sister and my Diet Coke consumption got so bad at one. So there's 4 people in the family. At the bottom, they would put our names at the bottom, and we were only allowed 3 Diet Cokes a week. But then we would change the initials on it for my parents, so we would get more. Yeah. And they knew what was going on. And then sometimes they would do Diet Cherry Coke, which, so that happened in elementary school. I remember one time leaving my aunt's house, and my other aunt was like, "Oh, this is an addiction, y'all. Like, it's never going away." And I will say, yes, it is an addiction. Like, my mom and sister have both broken it. Yeah. But I just am not a coffee or tea drinker. It's just Diet Coke, Diet Coke. And someone's like, well, if you leave this profession, do you think it will go down? And I'm like, yes and no. I think some of it's because I have to be on the whole time I'm at work. Yeah. And it's just giving me that energy. That extra little boost. That extra boost, that extra energy, because I have to sometimes be over the top for kids who are like sleeping. But I don't think I would ever go away. Yeah. If that makes sense. And whenever I do go to Europe, and I struggle when I go to Europe because the Diet Coke is not the same because of the water quality. So whenever I go to Europe, and I've done this more recently, I don't soda at all. And then every time when we're flying home, then he's like, oh, do you think you're going to keep this up? And I'm like, yeah. And then it lasts a week and it doesn't. So I drink a lot of Fanta Zero over there.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So that's my go-to. Yeah. And then when we were in Poland last month, 2 months ago. So it was middle of April. We are in Poland, and we went with 2 of our friends. One of them arrived, I would say on Wednesday, and then his girlfriend arrived 2 days later. And I should have asked Kevin, I'm like, hey, can you bring me a Diet Coke? But then I remembered Jesse, his girlfriend, was coming. So I texted Jesse. I'm like, hey, can you bring Diet Coke? I think I had Kevin do it. Yeah. And Kevin's like, can she even bring in Diet Coke? Like, just freaking out because it's coming over border control in Munich. Okay. Because it was a Charlotte to Munich flight. And I said, Kevin, I was drinking a Diet Coke while I was going through customs. She can bring it through. So she brought me 2 Diet from the airport. And she's like, here you go. So I drank 1 that day, and then I saved the other one for the next day. Oh, and it was just like, it felt so good.
It felt so good. Okay, so that was my next question. So if you talked about the situation, almost like an emergency situation of like, okay, here's Mountain Dew, but, that's not, Diet Coke. And, you were able to stop at the gas station, no problem. But like, has there been any other times like, where you kind of had to dealt with a situation like that, or like, and then like
at this, oh, sorry,
I was gonna say, and then after you answer that question, like, how do you, like, what's going on? Like, do you feel like, oh my gosh, like I need to have it now kind of thing? And like nothing else can like almost substitute it the same?
I don't think anything else can substitute it the same, because what I think I like the taste of it along with the bubbles of it. Like, I think it's the taste and the bubbles, but then also it's the caffeine part. Right. And then like if it's a hot day, it just tastes so good. Yeah,
because you want something cold.
Yeah, I want something cold and just to satisfy that feeling. And like it's kind of just like my coffee in the sense of I get up and I start drinking it. And Vinny's like, I don't understand how you're drinking a Diet Coke with like only being up for 10 minutes. I'm like, you drink coffee within 10 minutes. It's the same thing. Yeah. But I don't think I could ever substitute it with anything else because I think it's I know, I'm sure there's psychology behind it, but like the motion of like drinking it and the taste.
And especially with, it being carbonated, it's like, well, what else is that, because, I like seltzer water, like flavored seltzer water, and like we'll have that, but as far as like in the morning, night, at night, I sometimes, those ice waters and stuff, it's like icy. Oh, yeah.
And it's like this longer bottle. Right. At night, sometimes I will drink that if I want a carbonated something.
Yeah.
But I can only drink orange. I don't like the other flavors.
Wait, oh my gosh. I just thought of something that like is like gonna blow your mind, but you probably already know this. So I saw Coca-Cola, they came out with this coffee Coca-Cola.
Oh, do you know what I'm talking about? I have not seen that. No, I haven't seen that.
I heard and I've seen there's like this local like comedian around here, and like she tried it and she did a video of like, and she was like, how does that even taste? Do not drink this, because she said it tasted awful. But it was like, it's supposed to be like a coffee, but like carbonated. It's Coca-Cola. Like, I think it was even like 0 calories, like.
Oh my gosh! The thought of the coffee carbonated something to begin with.
Yeah, it sounds disgusting. I have not tried it because I'm scared to try it.
Well, now I'm very tempted to like go and find it somewhere and just be like, hey, Vinny, I tried this drink and it tastes amazing, and just give it to him and just see what he like does with it. And just like prank him like
surprise.
That. Surprise, and see if he can swallow it.
Oh my gosh. Well, wow. So I think we really got to know you a little bit better, Laura, between your showers at night and, getting your outfits ready, because, hey, we want to look good for the day, for work.
Yeah.
And drinking your Diet Coke.
Diet Coke's the big one, I decided.
Diet Coke is the big one. All right, well, how about, why don't you tell the listeners where, if they like want to reach out to you and say, hey, Laura Schwenk, I got my Diet Coke here every morning with you.
Take a selfie of yourself in the car with your six-pack. Yes. We can do a whole collage marketing like campaign right there.
Oh my gosh.
Diet Coke should hire me with the amount of money I give them each year.
Yo, yeah. Diet Coke ambassador right here.
Sharing it and bringing it to Poland.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, so where, could they reach out to you if they wanted to say hello?
Yeah, so I'm on Facebook, so I guess you just look me up and my spelling of my name's on the podcast information. Yeah. And then Instagram, I believe LAM_Schwenk. So,
got it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if you didn't catch that, I'll put in the show notes. I'll tag Laura.
Yeah. Send me a message, all of that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Great.
Get to know me.
I love it. Well, I hope you listeners, you felt that connection here. Maybe you found it, right, in your daily routine, and trying to, resonate that from what Laura was sharing. So thank you so much again for coming on and sharing your quirkiness with your routine.
Well, thank you for reaching out and contacting me. This was so much fun. I appreciate being on this and sharing my quirky weirdness with Diet Coke.
Absolutely. All right. Well, we'll catch everyone next week. See ya.
See ya.
All right, my friends, thanks for listening, and be sure to listen to new episodes on your preferred platform. Stay up to date with my podcast by going to my Instagram or Facebook accounts at the Big Dane Podcast. Interested in being a guest? Just go to my link tree, tap on Be a Guest, and fill out the form. All right, catch you next week.